you got this, if you can tell, just a little rod right here sticking up, kind of squared off piece. And so the solenoid, you have to, both solenoids have a square notch, and when you insert the solenoid, you just have to put it up over that rod sticking up, because it grabs right here. When the solenoid pulls in, that's what actually pushes this gear out to engage your flywheel, just like, you know, any other starter. But look at these two solenoids together. So these are pretty similar. Of course, you can tell which one's new, which one was on there. Really, the only biggest difference I can see is this new one has just a stud there with a nut, and this one had the little spade. That's better. I can kind of see that terminal that burned up. Well, alright, that wasn't too bad of a job. One thing about that starter is it's fairly easy to get to, and a lot better than a lot of starters that I've worked on had to take off. But as you've seen there, just got the starter off, took the solenoid off the starter and put a new solenoid on that starter. They also call that a magnetic switch, I believe, in the diagram. So whatever you want to call it. Now that's a little bit different than some people use the terms relay and solenoid interchangeable. That's, I guess, not necessarily true. I would consider this a solenoid because what is happening is there's a coil in there, and you seen a plunge. You seen me messing with the plunger, and you had that piece on the plunger that goes over the rod sticking up out of the actual starter itself. That controls the pinion gear, moves that in and out to contact your flywheel. Well, when this, and you might have a starter relay, maybe up in here somewhere or up in this dash. That is actually going to be what controls the solenoid, and a solenoid is going to move that plunger, and that's actually what's going to push that pinion gear into the flywheel. And it also closes a switch in the back where your two bigger wires were, connects those together, and then that's what powers your actual starter. So it's doing two things there. It's pushing that pinion gear into the flywheel, and then it's also providing power to your starter motor to run it. Just wanted to throw that in there. Also, I thought I'd show you the lugs. You see me replacing those with the hydraulic crimper. So there was the main lug coming from the starter. You can see it burned up pretty good. This was tied into that, the same place, and I think that was just providing power. This wire goes back up into the cab. I think it was just providing power to all the cab stuff. I could be wrong, but I hadn't traced it out. I don't know exactly where it went. There's a bunch of wires, kind of wire looms I can see going back up in there. So I don't know if it was going back up towards the engine or if it was actually going up into the cab, maybe both. And then here's one. This is the first lug that I crimped that I made. Now my hole wasn't big enough. I didn't think I had the right size, so I had to drill that hole out to fit over that stud. And when I went to tighten it down, it actually split that and started coming out. And I didn't like that connection, so I actually went back into my electric, my battery cable stuff, and actually found the correct size lug. That was a number 4 wire, and I need a number 4 wire with a 3/8 hole for the stud. I actually found that and used that, and that worked out good. No issues there. But anyhow, yeah, that's it. That's just replacing the solenoid on the starter itself. I priced these a new starter from Kubota, and they're all like almost 300 bucks. And I thought, well, my starter is still good. I'm pretty sure it's just my solenoid that's trashed, and it was because of the burnt lugs. And actually I could tell it was kind of starting to get weak. So I'd kind of had planned on doing this anyway, just not this soon. But anyhow, it happened, and so I went ahead and made a video of it for you. The main thing is just getting that plunger, the hole in that plunger back on that rod so that your starter will work right. And this was just a cheaper solenoid that I found on Amazon, so hopefully it will last. We'll see. That's yet, to be determined. Anyhow, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for checking out the channel. Hit that like button for me. Check out some of our other stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.